Let's talk about relationships, behaviors, and the culture. Welcome to DZONE. Yeah, we taking over. You might be alone or looking for love. We're live every Monday. Listen to us. Sit back and relax. Tune in and take a listen. Funny to the max. DZONE's what you missing. There's no judgment here. We get deep in the zone. Open conversations go on and on. We too hype on the mic and stay true to ourselves. Just like an open book, we tell how we feel. This right here is for the sexy and grown. Turn the volume up, cause it's the DZONE.
Yeah. What it do? It's your girl D-Nice. And you were live in the D-Zone, baby. That's right. It is April 14th, 2025, not 2024, 2025, okay? Listen, I need you to follow this podcast page on Instagram at the D-Zone Podcast. Also, follow us on YouTube at the D-Zone Podcast. Listen, like, comment, and subscribe. The more you do, the better we go. We go together, okay? Okay. Hey, yo, producer, turn me up a little bit, because I can't really, I want to hear myself in this. Yes. So listen, I don't think y'all understand, like every Thursday I dedicate myself to this family. It's called Be More Pod, and they are live every Thursday nights on YouTube at 7 p.m. live, okay? I'm going to roll this clip, but I need y'all to go right now, pause me, go on YouTube, go comment, like, and subscribe to the Be More Pod podcast, because they do their thing. My manager is actually one of the hosts. You got Dennis and you got my sis Joey. Listen, we're about to go to their clip right now. Please take a look and tell me what you think. I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing, Dex. Yeah. Oh, no. Mute my mic. Yeah, I don't hear nothing at all. Yeah, that right there was Be More Part. Make sure you check them out every Thursday night live on YouTube at 7 p.m. Listen, that's my peoples, okay? So listen, we're going to skip over. Are we going to be good for the YouTube, bro? Okay, no worries. We're going to get right into my guest. Listen, this is live, okay? So if y'all don't understand what live means, things happen. We just got to roll with the punches, all right? And we're going to roll right into my guest, okay? Let me do my guest intro, okay? Because I'm ready for this. I think the world is ready for this one right here, because we've been waiting for a minute. The D-Zone has been popping right now, and it's only right that I went in my grab bag and got my sis right here, okay? My guest today is a boss in her own right. She's an event planner. She does hair. She's a survivor of the system. She's a dance entertainer, and she's done a major glow up. I'm gonna say by cutting off her hair, okay? That's one step. And just putting herself first. I need y'all to help me welcome the one and only Miss Sparkle Green to the D-Zone Podcast. What's up, Sparkle?
Hey, hi. Hello, everyone.
Talking to the mic for me.
Can y'all hear me?
No, is her mic muted? We gotta. Okay, to get a little closer. Okay, all right. I need y'all. Listen, anybody who's watching right now, let me know if you can hear Sparkle, okay? Because we got to make sure this is correct. Because her story is a real deal, Holyfield story. Okay, so Sparkle, say it again. Say hello to everybody one more time.
Hey y'all, hey y'all.
Okay, I can hear you. I like that. All right.
cool.
So listen, first of all, Sparkle, I appreciate you coming to the D Zone. Thank you for coming on to my humble abode.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to be here and just, kind of chit chat with you. So
Already. Listen.
let's see what you got for me, because I already know.
Listen, I'm not gonna do too bad. I'm not gonna do too, I promise. But listen, so I want to know, and I guess the people also want to know, who is Sparkle?
Oh man, I didn't get no script, y'all. So this is literally live. I'm gonna figure it out as we go, right? Who is Sparkle? I've always called myself a butterfly.
Okay.
I consider myself to be very unique. I never really was a person that could fit in. And I didn't try very hard to fit in either. I'm very much unique in my own right, in my style, in my design, the way I move, the way I think, the way I articulate.
Okay.
So you ever try to catch a butterfly? Like, we just like to flutter around looking beautiful
Yeah.
and just bask into the sunlight. That is a wholeheartedly me. Sunflower lady.
I got the name of the show. I got the name of the show off of that right there. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. The butterfly. I love that. I love that so much, because that I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see the flourishing. I can see that in you. Okay, so me growing up, how I remember Miss Sparkle. I remember Miss Sparkle dancing, and I say this to a lot of my guests. Y'all gotta understand, like, this is where I kind of like seen everybody like start, or I can't even say start, where I started. And that was the Delta days.
Oh.
Okay. Aqua days.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
I was always, because I was so focused on basketball and things like that. So I was never outside until I like became outside.
Right.
So
Right.
I was outside, and I seen you as an entertainer. First of all, are you still a dancer, entertainer today?
I dibble and dab on a little bit of shows here and there. Normally TKO shows. Kinda like on the older lesbian scene. I like that vibe. Get the pop in, get my two-step on, get my little bag and go on home.
I know that's right.
Extra.
I don't know you make a bag. I know you make a bag.
I have a good time too every single time I go.
Okay.
TKL all day long. I would do martinis from time to time, but is that my interest anymore? Not so much.
You've grown out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me ask you, what made you start dancing though? Like, I mean, you've been in the game for a minute. So what made you start?
I moved out at a very young age. I thought that I knew everything, and that was my source of survival, to be honest.
Wow.
Where if you ran into me at the Delta, that was years after I had already. My first club was actually Club 55. Only if you are older would you know that, because I am definitely 42 years old.
You would 42 where?
42, yes.
42 where? Where? 42?
42. Yes.
Where?
42.
Black don't crack.
Indeed.
You're taking good care of yourself.
Absolutely. It's all about loving and taking care of myself.
Absolutely.
I am living for me 100%, and I don't give a fuck.
I love it.
That part.
As you should.
100%.
42. Okay, so you're saying survival. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the survival part. So when you say survivor, you're talking about like you have to eat off of that and you have to live off, like,
Yeah, everything. I put myself through college. Yeah, I put myself through college, bought my own books.
wow.
My first apartment came from that dancing money. My first car came from that dancing money.
So
My
this a
first
BET
savings
story right
account
here.
Came from, yeah.
Wow.
Like, it was, my mom was like, okay, well, you think you're grown, so you can go ahead and go about your business. And I did just that.
Okay.
Later to find out that I was not grown and I was not, I didn't know all the things, but I made it work. And I honestly will say to this day that being in that lifestyle for so long exposed me to so much. The do's and the don'ts of life. Literally.
Give me like
Right.
one do, one don't.
Never judge a book by a cover.
Okay.
I have ran into some very wealthy people that look homeless
Wow.
on purpose because they don't want people to take them for their money and this and the third, and it's sad that they have to move that way.
Okay.
And assess the situation before you decide to speak. Because like from sitting back, listening and watching, you can learn a lot about what's going on around you.
Okay.
It kept me out of a lot of trouble.
Okay.
Kept me out of a lot of trouble. Club 55 was different.
Yeah.
And I was 18. And so that was my first time being exposed to, cocaine being done in the dressing room.
Stopped it right there.
Yeah.
Our last guest talked about cocaine being a rich woman's drug, a rich man drug. Is that a true statement?
I don't necessarily think that it's rich.
Okay.
I think that it, especially in those days, it was definitely the
Just-
party drug.
just the
and
party
thing
drug. Okay.
that, people kind of did do to fit in and things like that or whatever. But I was in college.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wasn't about to mess up my life. Like, I came from that background.
Okay.
I have family members and stuff like that, drug addicted, all those things. Yeah, no.
So
Not
that wasn't your
interested.
thing, but you saw it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Firsthand.
So how did that make you feel? Like you coming up, you just trying to make $1. You doing your thing. You just trying to get your books paid for, and yet you see somebody do a line of coke in front of you, or not even a line, or you might even see a sale in front of you. How did that make you feel? And like, how did you continue to go on? Like, not even because you said you dibble. So how did you not? Because a lot of people fall.
Right.
How didn't you what made you?
Because I had different goals. I've always been very headstrong, I guess you could say.
Okay.
I am very much not a follower.
Okay.
I'm not an in-crowd girl either.
Okay.
I am completely okay with being outside.
Yeah. Okay.
And I seen very fast, because again, I grew up surrounded by, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, gambling addiction, all the things that people are really addicted to. My family members, blood family members. Yeah, no, that wasn't what I wanted, at all. So I never was interested in that.
Okay. So how long, well, you say you still dancing. We're going to say you gave it,
A good 20 years.
a good 20 years. Okay.
A good 20
a good 20.
Good 20. And at all the places you could think
She's
of.
good at
Let's
it too,
run
y'all.
down the line, y'all. Let's run down the line, because my first club was Club 55.
Okay.
We used to leave from Club 55, go through the parking lot, around the corner to the edge.
Okay, I remember
we
the
would do a
edge.
set at the edge.
Okay.
Then I was Miss Soft and Wet 4 years.
Okay. You were.
I was Miss Soft and Wet, and then I did a Miss Black Nude competitions through Club 55 in Negril, Jamaica.
Wow.
That was my first time ever traveling at 18.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was that, and then when Club 55 got shut down, because they did eminent domain over there, and they built the baseball stadium.
Okay.
All the things over there look so beautiful now, but before it was just like warehouses and clubs. Lots of gay and lesbian clubs too. That was like where everybody hung out at, and at that time. Then I left there, went to Club 55. Went to Penthouse. From Penthouse, I went to Stadium. I did all the clubs, all of them.
So you did Stadium.
I did.
I'm aware of Stadium. I don't know about 55. I probably was in Alexandria, Virginia, just doing something else. But Club 55, I don't know. But Stadium, I do know.
Yeah.
How long was you in Stadium for?
Not very long, and it was kind of on and off.
Okay.
Stadium wasn't my cup of tea.
Okay, because
Stadium
they wanted.
was
Is it true? Let me ask you. Is it true if you became a dancer at Stadium, they bought you a body?
Yeah, they would. They would invest.
Word.
They would invest in you. Yes, they would invest in you for sure.
Titties and butts.
Yes.
That's a true story.
Yeah, it is.
So let me ask you: have you ever got any type of plastic surgery done to your body?
No.
This is all natural. Sparkle.
I'm completely
Time out.
afraid.
Time out. You're all
I
natural.
really wanted my breast done.
Time out. Forget all that. Sparkle, you're natural?
Yes.
Yo! I don't think I know what I've seen. You're all natural? I love that. Like,
my weight now. Listen, my weight, girl. I have been fat. Like I'm talking about flubber.
But
My
no way.
my weight has fluctuated up and down, up and down, up and down for years.
First of all, I don't think I've
years.
ever. If you have never, ever seen Sparkle dance, listen.
I enjoy. Things
She
for a
was
very
one of
long
my.
time.
She was one of mine up there. Like me and my best friends would come with our little $3, $4, $5 ready to throw that shit and be like, okay, Sparkle, you was one of them, and that's all natural.
Well, I appreciate it.
Already,
Yeah.
I gave you $5. Like, that's all I could afford at the time. I think I was like 18, like I was young. So you know what I mean.
All right. Because how old are you?
I'm 37.
Okay.
So, I just, at that time, I was my mother kept me sheltered, very sheltered. So I didn't go outside until I was like 21, for real. Like
That's
18. And when it was
That's
18 and
good.
over, 21 and over, I ain't do a lot of shit until I became like an adult.
No, it's okay. Everybody has their different avenues.
Absolutely.
Right? It's meant to help you get towards whatever your internal goal that is ordained for you. Mm-hmm. That's what that's about. So
And I appreciate that. So,
yeah.
you being an entertainer, you being all natural. Whew. Okay, that just put like 30 points on the board. Y'all see that? Ding, 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 ding. All right. No, have you dated any entertainers in the game?
Dated, yes, I have.
Okay.
My ex-wife is a lip singer or whatever, but she started fairly late, and
Yeah. Late.
yeah. So,
Very late.
but not anything permanent, I guess you could say.
Okay,
Not
so
anything to like write home about. There is no one that's like.
Okay, so let's take this avenue right here, because that's actually like one of my next questions, but I'm not going to go ask this question. I'm going to play with this. All right. So you said you've dated entertainers. Your ex-wife was one. Okay, is one. I should say is one.
Yeah.
Is one a lip singer? Okay, cool. My question is, dating an entertainer, was it difficult because she was a stud? She is a stud entertainer, or a dominant entertainer.
Yes.
She's not feminine. Okay. So the women, how do you deal with the women? How did you deal? I'm not going to say deal with them, because clearly you, ex-wife, you're not with her no more. How did you deal with the women? Because I'm quite sure there were women coming after.
Completely unbothered. Like,
Okay.
Listen, people going to do what the fuck they going to want to do.
Okay.
That is a lot more stress and other shit to worry about than that. Like,
Okay.
they going to do whatever they want to do regardless. So me worrying about Tom, Dick, and Harry, that is none of my concern. And whatever you do, then I get to make a decision on what I want to do.
Okay.
Behind that.
But how can you make the decision if you don't know?
You'll find out.
Okay.
Everything comes out.
Okay.
People think they could sneak forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
You always get caught. I don't
always.
care what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You always get caught.
Absolutely.
Because
You get caught.
that's what life is about.
That's what the universe is going to expose.
100%.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And we all have experienced that young lady named Karma. I firmly believe in her.
Yeah, that's my best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she worked with me all the time. Because I don't be doing that shit out there. Okay, but you said ex-wife. You was married.
I was for 3 years.
3 years. That's, you know what? 3 years is not really a long time.
It is not.
But
It's not. It's not.
so let's talk about it. You was married for 3 years. How was that? And it was an entertainer, clearly.
Yes. And in the beginning it was cool. It was really, really bumpy because I got into trouble.
Okay.
I got into trouble.
Do we want to talk about that?
let's
Okay,
talk about it.
Let's pause on the marriage, because you got in trouble first or you got in trouble during?
I got in trouble during we were engaged.
You were engaged. Okay, so and what type of trouble? Because I did clearly say that you were a survivor of the system.
Yes.
So you are
I am a returning citizen. I am a felon.
Okay, and when you say returning citizen,
This is the new language they like to call people that came back from prison and re-enter in society. society. But anybody who has a record do know that there's no such thing.
I was about to say, I've never heard this.
You never really fully can live your life the same way as you did prior to getting that charge.
Okay.
Once it's on your record, it is on your record. You can get it sealed after you wait 10 years after probation and then go in front of the judge to plead your case yet again.
Okay.
Or you could chop that shit up and move on with your life and become a double entrepreneur like I did.
Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about it. So what caused you, can I ask, if you don't want to answer, that's fine. What caused you to
It's public record. You could just take my first and last name and go Google it.
I don't
is.
I'd rather you tell me.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'd rather you tell me, like, what caused Sparkle to get locked up?
I did the crime. I did conspiracy to distribute oxycodone.
Okay, so that's
and I wasn't smart about it.
okay.
So I got caught.
So you was selling drugs.
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
But
selling
I
drugs.
sold a lot of it.
A lot of you was that
I
nigga.
sold a lot.
Hold it up. She was that nigga.
I sold a lot of it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. It's not fun. It's not cool.
It's
though.
not.
It's not cool.
It's not. But
How long did you serve?
I did 18 months.
Okay. There was a time that you were absent. I remember that.
I went quietly. I accepted my responsibility, went, did the time. That time was one of the best things that could have ever happened to me, crazy enough, right?
Really?
And I'm going to say this to you because the person that you see sitting in front of you started to change and mold in that moment. You have to remember, at that point, you are alone.
Yes.
It's just you. Right? It is just you to sit with yourself and your things and all the bullshit you done put yourself through, your friends, your family, and all the other things. Even though they're not saying it to you, you can see it on them, what it is doing to them because of your bad decision. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so, like, you learn a lot, but I was smart enough to do a program.
Okay.
And the program took that's how I ended up doing 18 months. I was actually sentenced to 3 years.
Wow.
And, first time offenders, you get points off and stuff like that. And then you get into
So this was your first crime that you've ever done?
that I've got caught for.
Okay. So
Yeah.
she's not a criminal. She's not a criminal.
I told you I was going to keep it real. I told you I was going to keep it real.
Absolutely.
I'm a whole different person. I've grown from every single thing that I've done. Good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not a judgmental person. I don't judge people.
Okay.
I accept them for who they are, and if who they are does not work for who I am currently, I move on.
Okay, so you got caught. So just take me. I don't want you to relive it, but I want to relive it a little bit if we can. Is that okay?
So I was dating someone for a very, 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 very long time.
Okay.
8 years, 7 to 8 years to be exact.
Okay.
And I trusted her wholeheartedly.
Wow.
And the opportunity came up where I can kind of get in. I didn't even know this.
So this was a partnership type of thing?
It was a partnership.
Okay.
And I can't really say too much because it's
Right. No, I get it.
But it didn't go well in my favor.
Clearly.
Okay. And that once the cat was out the bag, it was either me or them, and they chose them.
Time out.
Yeah.
Time out. Time out.
Yeah.
So the person that you was with for 8 years literally chose themselves over you.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. So
but I did the opposite because I chose them because I didn't roll over. So
she really a real one out this month.
yeah,
You
man.
thorough out here.
It's not necessarily that. My whole thing is this: if I say that I love and care for you, and I genuinely mean that, then that's what that means.
Absolutely.
And I am not a person that's gonna put responsibility on somebody else when I know I did it.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Okay.
So take responsibility.
So
That's how you grow, right? You learn from the things
Absolutely.
that you do so that you can grow to get to your next level of where you're supposed to be at. And that's what you're seeing sitting in front of you.
Okay.
It's all of my growth.
So it wasn't like it's not like me and you riding in the car, we get pulled over and it's my shit, but you took the fall.
No.
It's not like that. Okay.
No.
It's literally you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She that motherfucker, y'all.
We was a partnership.
Okay. Making bread. Was the money good?
Not worth it. Not worth my
The
time.
money was good.
Not worth. I don't.
Okay, I get it. I understand.
learned behavior and the education that I got from it, the growth that I got from it, it was worth it.
I understand that.
But
It wasn't.
I wouldn't wish that on nobody. That shit is like modern day slavery for real.
Wow. Okay. So you get caught. Now did you have time to like say your goodbyes to your family and all that?
Yeah, I
okay.
self-surrendered.
Okay. You self-surrender. Okay.
Self-surrendered.
So that means you literally
they give you a date.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you
Walk.
drive your own self in there. And
Okay. And so now you're inside of this jail, or is it prison? Is it jail?
It's a prison, but it's not what you think.
Okay. Tell me, because in my mind, I'm thinking it's like
that
Orange is the New
Maryland
Black.
University.
What you mean, like the college?
It looked like Maryland University. Like, it's beautiful, and it's meant to make you be captivated with the surroundings so that you get comfortable and lose yourself.
Ooh, that's good shit right there.
Yeah.
Don't get fucking mesmerized. It's not what you think it is. Get up out of there. All right, I had to say that because
it's the truth, though.
Yeah.
Like, so you're not behind bars 24 hours or anything like that. You get up Monday through Friday, you work, you have a trade, you have things like that that you have to do.
Okay.
And then you get to chill on the weekends.
Okay. You get to chill. Okay. Wait. What
chill,
you mean?
You play softball, volleyball.
Hold the fuck up. What
you
jail?
do a trade, like,
I'm not saying that jail sound fun, but wait a minute. Wait.
No, for real. Like, in the feds, it's set up different because you have an extended amount of time.
Okay.
And unless you did, like, a murder or something like that,
yeah,
it's not ordained for you to, like, be locked up 24 hours. It's just too different. But county, I hear, is different. Some people come through county to go to the feds. I was a self-surrender. I got caught. I did my time. I drove myself right on through the gates.
Okay, yeah.
And then
accountability.
When the time was up,
yeah,
I walked on out. Got
okay.
the car, went on straight to the halfway house.
Okay.
The halfway house actually is the worst.
Wow. So you did 18 months. You did your thing. So you picked up programs. Did you befriend anybody in there while you was in there?
I met some amazing people.
Okay.
Amazing people. People that are taking accountability. People that are growing. That are doing things to make the situation better. Because although you're not sitting behind bars per se,
yeah,
there are a lot of things. There's lots of fights. There's lots of envy because you are exposed to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Did everybody know who you were and everything before you came in? Is that a true thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, we got a new one coming in.
Oh yeah.
What you do? You know? Oh, they
know.
How the fuck do you know?
They know, and they know whether you know a feminine girl or a dominant girl.
They know this,
and depending on. Oh yeah, they coming for you from
what
the
they
gate.
got the phones,
especially if you are attractive. And I don't know.
Sparkle. How many did you have, Sparkle?
I didn't have anybody. I didn't have anybody. First of all, girl, nah, I'm good. I'm a good, clean girl. I'm sorry.
Okay. Respect. I get it.
No. But
I mean, 18 months is a long time. Like,
yeah, but you're supposed to be focusing on other.
You came in with another type of mentality.
I did fitness classes.
Okay.
I joined the praise dance team.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. I jogged in the morning.
Yes.
But the smartest thing that I could have ever did, I got a job at electrical.
Okay.
I left my unit at 8 a.m. and I got off at 4 p.m.
Okay.
By the time I got up top to the unit, it was count. Count was at 5 o'clock.
And what is count? Explain
count
that.
Is when you got to stand when they account for every single prisoner to make sure everybody is where they supposed to be at.
Okay.
There's 3 of them.
Okay.
There's 2 standing and then there's 1 in the middle of the night while you're sleeping.
Okay.
And for a long time, I struggled with the sound of a bunch of keys. Because you would hear them in your sleep as they're walking the halls and stuff like that. So again, although you're not behind bars, you are still very governed by, and don't get on it. And West Virginia is racist, whether you are light-skinned or dark.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in West Virginia.
Okay.
And don't get on their bad side because you are forever on their bad side.
So you was the good one, like you did what you needed.
Cool, like I did what I needed to do, and I was cool, like because all that good time and stuff like that, they take all that back. I'm not doing no 3 to 7 nothing.
You're right, not for real.
It's not that serious for me.
Yeah, okay.
So Yeah, I guess I was Miss Goody Two Shoes. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, so but you standing 10 toes. You not snitching on niggas while you no. But you just worrying about you.
You don't have to be nasty to people to be thorough.
Okay,
You get what I'm
talk your
saying?
shit.
You don't have to be. You don't have to say bad things about people to make yourself look better. You can be quiet and shine.
I like that. You could be quiet and shine. I like that.
It's just all about being in your energy and walking in your essence because everyone has a gift. You just gotta do your search, your soul searching to find out what that is.
That's
and
dope.
then live in that purpose.
Okay, so you do your 18 months and now you're going to a halfway house.
Halfway house.
Halfway house is in West Virginia as well?
No, halfway house is in DC. And if
Okay.
if another amazing prisoner hadn't told me that, I would have been shipped out West Virginia with nowhere to go.
Wow.
Because they do not educate you on anything like that. It's meant to catch you up so that you can do your follow. You know how much money they make for a prisoner?
Absolutely. They make a lot of money. Absolutely.
Exactly. And again, I told you we do I did electrical.
Yeah.
We do the upkeep of the prison. So if there is a electrical outage or something like that in the middle of the night, you're getting waking up out of your sleep to go fix it.
So you had to do that a couple of times?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Snow plows and this, that, and the third. We did all that. Snow team, get up. Yeah, it's modern day slavery.
Okay. Definitely.
It's making a lot of money and it has very little overhead.
Damn. Okay. So now you're in the halfway house in DC. How was that life? You said it was worse than where you were.
It's worse there because you are so close to being able to touch your friends and family and this, that, and the third. And if you're 1 minute late for coming, you can get passes to leave and go find a job, to go shopping, to go, whatever it is that you need to do, you get passes. If you are late or what have you, they take away your passes. Then you're stuck only in a halfway house, whatever. And it hinders you from getting a job. The longer you can't just get a job, the longer you got to stay there. This is a bunk bed type situation.
Okay.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then you can't even see your friends and family when they're around the corner.
Yeah.
Can't have a car. You got to, it's just too much. It's too much temptation. That's where you have to have the most restraint, basically. So I did what I needed to do and got up out of there quickly.
So what kept you sane though? I mean, if your parents and or not even your parents, your friends, people that you loved are around the corner, what kept Sparkle sane?
My goals, man. I sat in that prison and planned every single thing I was planning on doing, and I came right out and did it.
Downloads was happening all night.
Because what else are you doing? Just sitting there for 2 years wasting away? That is the craziest stuff I ever heard of in my life.
Yeah. Did you have the same friends that when you came out? Did you have the same friends?
No. I now to this day I have. Well, my mom's passed away, so I have my sister. And 2 homegirls.
Yeah.
Everybody else I'm either not close with, or we fell out while I was in there, or whatever the case may be. It was a lot of chaos. So
when you went in, right? Did the person that you were with for that a long time, a period, did they ever try to reach out to you at any point?
No, once you co-conspirators, that's it. You could never speak to each other ever again.
Wow.
You can't even exist in the same space.
Wow. Like by law?
By law.
Shit. Not even and if you get caught, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Was that tough for you?
Nope. Didn't care.
Okay.
Didn't care at all.
Didn't care.
Didn't care.
Okay. Respect. I can. Okay. So now you are, okay, but you were in a relationship prior to you getting locked up, but yet you said you were engaged while you were locked up?
Yes. I actually got married the day before I went into prison.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Because
So
we was already engaged and we were planning on having, like a lengthy engagement. Because we were still getting to know each other, but we was really digging each other.
how did that happen if you were...
because what you do in the dark does come into the light.
Okay.
So that was something that happened prior to that caught up with my ass. And
Okay.
here is the situation
It
that I'm
caught
in.
up. Okay. It caught up with you. Understood.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm gonna say that probably 1,000 more times in this, in this sit down, because that's the truth. Karma is real.
Yeah.
And what you do to people comes back to you over and over and over again. It's like, some people, they always, every time you talk to them, it's always an issue. They always upset about something. They always in an argument with something. It's always something swirling around them. It is you. You are either not taking accountability, you're not learning from whatever the situation is so that you could grow from it. You're stuck just on a hamster wheel, just doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Wow. Okay. So you met this person, and you guys got married. You said right before you went in.
Yes.
All right. So the support, at least she supported you while you were inside.
Yeah. She did.
Okay.
She did.
She supported
She
you,
did.
but things changed.
Yeah. It because the support, we didn't know each other well enough, right? And the support wasn't 100% genuine. Right?
What do you mean by that? That's
Because-
weird to me, because how is it not so, like, how is it not like what?
Because when you do something for someone that is your wife, significant other, whatever, this is the conversation y'all had, because we had a conversation like, yo, this is too much. You can go. I'm a real one.
Yeah.
My family will take care of me. You do not have to stay. This is a choice that you're deciding to make.
Okay.
Right? Let's be clear. Okay, so I shouldn't have to hear every time that we're getting on the phone about how depressed you are, how this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear
Nigga,
that all
I
the
am
time.
locked up. Who is depressed here?
My point.
What the fuck?
And what it did is it started to, I was more comfortable just being in my own bunk
Yeah.
than
Right.
making a phone call. So I started to not call as much.
Okay.
I was experiencing a level of peacefulness because I'm over here in this little bubble.
Yeah.
I now know how everything orchestrates. I'm just orchestrating and flooding on around, doing my little time so that I can, put all these things that's on my vision board into play.
Okay.
And here I am on the phone with you arguing about all the things that's happening on the outside. You're mentally stressing me out, and I got to go deal with all these people that don't like me because I'm red. I'm skin complexion and I got long locks and all these other things. Just because it's not behind bars doesn't mean that it wasn't a brutal environment. 'Cause
Absolutely.
It very much was.
Yeah, yeah.
So having support means that I should have support,
Absolutely.
not stress.
And that's why you say it was conditional.
Yes.
Okay. Because now it's not about you. It's about me. And it's about me and why I'm not getting what I need from you while you can't do shit. What the
Right.
fuck?
Right.
Okay, that's a little asinine, but I got it. I
Right.
get it.
Right.
It's a little mental. All right. So, all right.
I mean, that's what it is.
All right, cool. So, all right, you get out. You're married now.
I am.
Oh, so
yeah.
now, like, okay, so life must be great because now you're married. You are free. I would say not necessarily free, because the halfway house, how long did you stay there?
It wasn't very long at all. I don't even know. It's kind of all of a blur because I'm going to be honest.
No
with you.
worries.
I tried to forget as much about it as possible.
Okay. Respect.
Without, I want to remember the key things, right? Like I don't even remember my number because in there, it's not your first and last name. It is a number, literally.
Okay.
I forgot it on purpose.
Okay, I understand that. Respect. I would probably want to forget that shit too.
Yeah, I forgot it on purpose. So like there are certain things that is like,
Yeah.
but I probably was at the halfway house for a good month.
Okay.
My ex-wife or whatever did line up a position for me, but the young lady that gave me the job happened to have known me since I was Sparkle.
Okay.
And
See,
she
it
took a
pays
chance
off.
on me. She
Okay.
gave me a position as an HR assistant, and I moved up within 6 months. I worked for her for a good little while. Now she supports my business. I have a contract with her every month.
So time out. So this is why you were in the halfway house? You were working?
That's how I got out of that halfway house.
Okay.
You have to have a job. You have to
Okay.
have a job and a place to stay.
Okay.
To get out of that halfway house.
Okay.
So by me having a job fairly fast, I was able to get out of the halfway house
Quickly. Okay.
And of course, I had a place to stay. 'Cause,
Okay.
you know,
Your wife at the time. All right. So you're married. And all right. So now, so when you're out the halfway house, you are free now. No papers, no nothing, no check-ins.
no.
Oh. Oh, wait.
No, I had your papers start after you leave the halfway house.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 3-year probation.
Okay.
I ended up getting off for probation a year early.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're on probation. Okay. You might still have to do your check-ins, but now you're still married. You have a house. I mean, you're with your wife and you have a job.
Yeah.
Okay. So things is lovely now. Things is great.
Things are going well.
Things is going well. So when did things start to take a turn for the worst? Or should I say, yeah, worse?
I honestly don't know exactly when. Like, I can't pinpoint a exact time or moment, right?
Okay.
But it started to drastically. We didn't see eye to eye.
Okay.
On where we were going, what the game plan was, any of that. The way that I like to do things and the way she liked to do things didn't line up. But we didn't really know this about each other because we didn't have that much time together before I went in.
Oh, okay.
So
the time that you, I get that.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
You're trying to figure stuff out now.
Yeah, and it's not working.
It's not working.
It's not working because there's still there's now resentment from both parties.
Wow. Okay.
From the trauma of supporting and being gone
Okay.
and all the things. And long story short, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I don't really say much about that situation,
Yeah.
whatever, because I'm just kind of keeping my hands clean and allowing her to do all the talking, which we all know she does a lot of. So
Okay.
I just leave it at that. But it didn't work out. And would I get married again? Absolutely. If I found my person.
That was actually one of my questions.
Yeah, I
Okay.
knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I absolutely would get married again if I find the person that is my puzzle piece, meaning the person that's going to allow me to be that butterfly to go out and explore while they also go out and explore. A person that's going to be my teammate.
Understood.
Where we can build together.
Understood.
Where we meet where we are.
Absolutely.
And grow. Where we plant seeds and water them while we plant seeds and water them over here and then let them grow into one big tree together.
Okay. Let's talk about growing, okay? Because Sparkle, you clearly have grown, all right? If people don't know, you like you said before, you were locked up, you had locks. You no longer have locks. Not only do you don't have locks, but you also have a design company where you literally like design birthday parties, special events. Let's talk about it. First of all, what is it called?
So my business name is Eclectic.
Eclectic, okay.
Eclectic Design.
Okay. And what do you do? Because I've seen it. Your work is phenomenal.
Thank you.
Okay,
man.
it is booming right now. Like I've seen you with Verizon. I see you doing your big
man.
ones. Like you've been doing with big names.
Yes.
You've been doing the damn thing. So let's talk about, first of all, what inspired you to start this?
So I actually got my bachelor's degree in interior design.
Okay.
I worked for Lazy Boy for quite some time after I got out of school because they did like job placement. And then Lazy Boy hit that first economy crash and they laid everybody off. And the people that they laid off was interior designers. So I got laid off, but I still very much had the passion and the drive for like decorating and things like that or whatever. I really believe that is my God-given talent. To
Absolutely.
be honest. I really believe that the business is flourishing the way that it is because, one, I have all the ancestors in the world.
Okay.
But I am literally consistency planting those seeds and doing all the necessary work possible.
Okay.
But anyway, I decided that after I got laid off from Lazy Boy that I wasn't going to get laid off again.
Okay.
Nobody was going to be able to fire me and control anything that I do.
Absolutely.
That made me even more of a butterfly, i.e. why I'm a double entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
So yeah, That's about it.
Okay, so I got some. I'm gonna go to your Instagram right here.
Oh,
We're gonna go to your Instagram. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's on the gram. I don't know if I can turn.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna show this. I know it might be too small for my viewers, but this is just a piece of what she does. So you can see her.
Oh, that's crazy.
Doing the balloons and setting them up. Okay, let's go to another one real quick. She's just doing what she does.
That's
and
actually the daycare center too.
This is a daycare center.
That's the one.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Like, this is beautiful work, okay? And also her Instagram is up there. Make sure you guys follow her if you guys need some business. But this is actually what she does, okay? She does the damn thing.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
Yeah, like we're going to promote it all day.
I love that.
Listen, I love this because again, I saw your work at Honey's Christmas party.
I actually donated that for her too.
Oh wow, that was beautiful.
Honey's my girl, man. I love her. She thinks about me all the time.
Yeah, you really be like, every party that I think I've kind of been to when there's balloons, you've done it. Yeah,
you know what? It's so crazy is the community lately has been really supporting my business and the bigger names. Like Z and came and got her hair done. She sent quite a few people to me. Yeah. Of course, TMS, especially when they first did their...
Shout out to A to Z. Shout out to TMS.
When they first did their grand opening. Nico, of course. She actually was one of the people that would get me to do decorations and stuff like that when I first started the business.
Nice.
Yeah, like I've had, of course, some help with some people along the way. I kind of stepped away a little bit to kind of take the reins and go in a direction that I really wanted to go and to really grow it. I actually did a pitch competition.
Okay.
That taught me everything about the business.
Wow.
And I won second place.
Okay.
And that was my first time ever doing a pitch competition, which was really cool.
That's what's up. Congrats.
Lost a little bit of money that helped me kind of like launch some of the things that I really need to get done for the business. And,
nice.
I do everything, man. I do pop-ups. I do all the things that I possibly can do. So
real quick, how can somebody find you? I mean, I just showed the Instagram, but let us know real quick, how can we book, Sparkle for your designs out here?
So if you follow my IG page, it'll send you to my website as well as my booking from the website. But my website is www.eclectic LLC. eclecticdesignllc.com.
Okay.
That's www.eclecticdesign with the Z. That's DESGNZLLC.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Eclectic Design as well. ECLECTICDESIGNZ. Yes, everything is unique and eclectic outside of the box.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. At this point, I need to just throw a party. Like, what talk about? Like, just know what? I don't give a fuck nobody show up. I just want it to look good. All right. Sparkle, we got that out the way.
Yeah.
Okay, I needed to know a little bit of background or personal information. So I want to just to get a little fun with you. Can I get a little fun with you?
Let's get it. All
right, so first the question is, are you single?
I am.
Oh.
I've been single for 2.5 years. Can you fucking believe it?
Wait.
2.5 years.
Single for 2.5 years. Now, is that a reason? Is this a choice?
It is a choice. Of course. I mean, come on now.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, sometimes,
it's absolutely 100% a choice.
Okay.
I've been really focusing on like my healing, my growth. I'm growing the business to where I want to do. So that when I get to where I want to go, I meet the person that can match that flow.
That can add to you.
Yeah,
okay, I understand that. All right.
I'm just taking my time because I've made a lot of mistakes for love. But now I really, really, really love myself.
I understand that.
And I can see people very clearly. So
that's important.
Until I find that person, I'm cooling.
So if you was to have an ideal person to date or to be with, what would that look like?
Just really a person that shows up for me, man. Like, they
don't have to be a bodybuilder, do they?
No. I actually prefer like little teddy bears. Give me a little bit of, a little bit of something on you. I need,
All right.
You know, my biggest thing for real is height. Like, I need you to be able to tower over me type thing.
Okay.
But
what's the max? I mean, what's the minimum? I should say minimum height you would do it.
5'8".
5'8".
Yeah.
So we looking at,
because I got on my Timbs tonight, but you know I'm a heel girl.
No, we know she step outside.
Yeah, I'm a heel girl.
Yeah.
So if I don't really like that whole when I'm taller than you with my heels on.
Understood.
Thing.
So you do prefer women?
Absolutely.
No men.
No.
Sorry.
I'm a lady.
Shout out to my brother. Sorry. Sorry.
I'm
Can't
a
have
lady. Yes,
she loves. Okay. So you consider yourself as the feminine woman?
Yes.
All right. So the question is, would you ever strap on your dominant woman? If that's something.
I am completely not interested in that at all, girl. That is not something for me.
I gotta ask.
No, ma'am.
Like, because listen, there's people out here.
I know, girl. I know all the things they be doing. It's just not you. I guess you could say I'm kind of old school.
I'm with you on that shit.
I'm kind of old school.
Ain't nothing coming this way. Fuck you talking about? Nah,
I'm kind of old school.
I feel that. All right. So, question. I think I asked like all my guesses. Have you ever ate pussy that wasn't right?
No.
They all was good.
I never had that issue before a day in my life.
Never. Out of the whole lifespan of you being a lesbian?
And I started dating women in middle school.
Really? Even in middle school?
Yeah, my first girlfriend, we played softball together.
After practice, she wasn't?
We wasn't doing nothing.
Oh, okay.
You know we ain't getting down to the nitty gritty in no goddamn on middle school like that anyway. Stop playing.
I gotta
play.
So you never had that problem?
No.
Have you? Okay, so have you ever? I
am really big on cleanliness.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I girl.
So have you ever went down on somebody and their shit wasn't right? No. Okay.
No.
I mean, I think I just asked that.
Did.
But I've been drinking.
I didn't know you was going to try to ask me the same question to see if I was going to change it.
You know what? I was trying to see if you was going to switch it up. But no.
That is a no.
So how about this? Have you ever had bad head before?
Yes.
Can we drop that sign? Just drop the sign. You don't got to drop the name. Drop the sign.
Drop the sign?
Drop the sign. What sign was it?
Girl, I don't even know because we ain't even talk after that.
So wait,
we didn't even finish. Like it was like one of those.
Tell me what happened.
That's why I've been single for so long, girl. I ran through them. Girl, I had one night stands and everything. My sex life was good. Thank you, Jesus, for taking good care of me and my body.
Hello.
Thank you, God, because. Baby,
so what happened though? Like what happened? Y'all came home. Y'all came to the spot. You know what I'm saying? Did they set the mood at least?
You don't like unless me and you in a relationship and like it's we just doing a thing. You know, I don't need all that.
Okay.
Like,
you just get right to the point.
Yeah, like
okay,
real quick, like and because bitches got shit to do. Like
okay, how old was you when this happened?
Probably my early 20s. I was still kind of like young and
okay,
getting the stride.
So yeah. At least did she? Okay, so it was bad.
No, it was like get up.
Oh,
this is not it. Like I lose my shit a little bit. I'm an Aquarius.
Yeah.
Don't fucking play with me like that, girl.
She was looking at like an ice cream cone.
Yes, like what? Girl. Girl, don't make me live that flashback. Terrible.
All right, so like she couldn't even.
And it's so crazy because it's always the one that you like. Yes. This shit about to be so. Only to find out like.
She don't know what she doing.
You cute or whatever, but so let me think you cute because.
Let me ask you this: have you ever like besides your ex-wife, have you an entertainer that was like wasn't putting it down?
No,
they all did well. All the entertainers that you dealt with. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh look, she's smiling like y'all did the damn thing. Y'all did it. She's smiling hard. Okay. I
Yes,
would,
ma'am.
I would definitely ask. I'm not gonna do that.
No, don't do it,
I'm
'cause
not
I ain't
gonna.
even gonna tell you.
I'm not even going to ask. You know what I'm saying?
Some things is,
I get it. As long as they did what they needed to do.
I'm a lady first.
Okay. Oh, I respect that. All right. So let me ask you, what do you prefer, head or strap?
Head all day.
Head all day.
Yes.
So do you think it makes you less of a lesbian if you take strap?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. The cold strap.
I think,
Just cold.
I think to whoever each his own, like whatever floats your boat. And I feel like it shouldn't be no limitations when it comes to the bed if this is your partner. All them limitations, don't do that. First of all, I'm not even dealing with a person like that.
Okay.
Cause we gonna figure it out because that's a
So basically you're not dealing with like a touch me not dom.
yeah.
You gotta eat the box too.
Yeah.
Oh shit. She said, yeah, I understand it.
Yeah. When I say I'm a lesbian, I ain't no
Yeah.
all the work.
No
all
pillow princess over here.
No.
So
What the fuck?
so let me ask you, so the moves that we've seen, Sparkle, are you translating that into the bedroom or is it completely different?
I feel like it's to each his own too.
Okay.
I feel like it depends on the other person and their energy.
Okay.
Because I've had different encounters, different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the flashbacks on her face, bro. The flashbacks is really flashing
Yes,
back.
indeed. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, can we name the best zodiac sign that ever gave you some bomb ass head?
Virgo and Leo.
Both.
Yeah.
Virgo and Leo. So we about to go back into. About to go see.
Virgo and Leo.
What did you? Okay. Nah, okay, that's what a Virgo and a Leo. Shout out to the Virgos and the Leos.
Yes, sir.
Whoever been with Sparkle, you put it down. You did it, goddammit. You made that motherfucking legs shake, toes curl, goddammit.
Cracking up.
Hey.
You
All right.
are goofball.
So, I ask everyone this question.
Sure.
You ever ate ass before?
No.
Word?
No. It's like, no, bro.
No, that's not your thing.
Yeah, no.
Not even slip past the gooch and was like, goddamn, oops. Never. Has anyone ate your ass?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is that something that you like, or?
Yeah. All of it.
But you would never eat no one else's.
I ain't say never. I said I haven't.
Oh. Okay. Possibility.
I mean,
It depends.
yeah.
You were married, so like y'all didn't do anything, like everything, like. No. All right. Okay, hold on. All right. We're gonna leave that. All right, cool. That's fine. All right. What is your favorite part about intimacy, or of intimacy?
Conversation.
Talking.
Yes, I am literally stimulated by having a great intrigue and conversation about anything and everything.
Okay.
And
So that means you listen.
yeah, that's part of the reason why I've been single for so long. People struggle with like really having a intriguing conversation.
Okay.
That's not about negativity. Listen, when I say I've been literally working on myself, I have changed a lot. I read versus watching TV.
Okay.
I listen to podcasts and
the DZONE podcast.
yeah, absolutely. I listen to, my automobiles while I'm driving in the car. I listen to, my favorite new rapper right now, AJ McQueen. He all about
That's
that
my
positivity.
guy.
I love
AJ
him
McQueen
so
is that dude.
much. Yes, he is.
My lockhead man.
Yes,
I love him.
man.
Like,
that brother is everything.
He's
So,
everything.
I literally listen to, transformity of the mind is real.
Absolutely.
You have to like re-educate yourself, honestly.
Absolutely.
And so I read the books that I'm interested in. Now I've really been like, I just read Will Smith book.
Wow.
I listened to it on I started reading the book, but I'm too busy.
Yeah.
So audiobooks work great for me.
Yeah.
His Audible is amazing.
Yeah.
He is rapping. He got music.
Wow. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, his background, he's, talking about just the same thing I'm talking about, building those blocks.
Yeah.
Taking a foundation, learning
Absolutely.
those things step by step, and just slow and consistent is the best way for you to build anything that's going to ever
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so real quick, give me 3 songs that you're listening to. If I was to get in your car right now, who are you listening to? We already know one. AJ McQueen.
Yeah, AJ McQueen is actually, I was listening to him on the way up.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's my guy too. Mother Erica.
Okay, of course.
It's normally some type of neo soul or jazz or something like that if I am listening to music.
Okay. No Glorilla.
No.
Okay.
I do listen to rap and stuff like that, and I'm a girl's girl. I really fuck with Glow, because she's a girl's girl.
Yeah.
I like all the girls that are out right now, the Cardi B's, the all of them. But I have to listen to them when I'm getting in that frame of mind.
Understood.
When I'm getting dressed to go out, that I know I'm getting ready to go party with my friends and drink my water on ice.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Yes, indeed.
Hello.
That's what I listen to that. But on my normal everyday, even when I'm doing hair in the shop, my clients love it.
Yeah.
They love it. They fall asleep.
Yeah.
They feel a sense of tranquility, and they just like chill out. So,
already. Okay. Yeah. So all right. So we actually running out of time right now. Sparkle, I would have to say, first of all, your story was amazing. Okay. It was great. You enlightened me in a different way. Okay. I would have to say that, like, this was a great interview. I appreciate you again. Can you leave one thing for the viewers, something positive for anybody who's going through something, who might be looking at anything that's a trial or tribulation in their life, something that you can leave, that they can take?
Absolutely. I would say it's not that bad, right? We tend to dwell on the things that's going on around us that could trickle down, that maybe might happen. But if you really look at the positive in things and start thinking positively, the things that swirl around you will now be positive. Is what you invite by your mindset. So change your mindset, meaning changing your life goals and the things that swirl around you and the doors that open. Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. I feel that. Drop your Instagrams and everything where people can reach you again.
Okay. So my personal IG is Ms.Sparkle, SPARKLE 2, the number 2 U. My business, Eclectic Design, ECLECTICDESIGNZ. Or you can also book me for your events and stuff like that at www.eclecticdesignllc.com.
We love that. Listen, we got to give a big shout out to everybody who tuned in. Rayshawn Palmer,
so
Sequoia Hicks. We got Authentic Cornbread Part 2. Who else we got up there? We got a couple of people. Be More Par for real. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Shout out to what's that? RDP? Is that RDP? RDP. Oh shit. Oh, shout out to the homie. Shout out to everybody who tuned in tonight. We appreciate y'all.
Yes,
we love y'all.
Thank y'all so much.
Listen, this is the DZONE podcast. If you would like to be a part of this show, make sure you email me at the DZONE podcast 2020@gmail.com, or you can hit up my manager at Lene Gray on Instagram. Also, listen, please comment, like, and subscribe this podcast on YouTube. Follow us on the gram at the DZONE podcast. Listen, I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you. We appreciate you for coming and telling your story.
Absolutely.
And share it with my people who don't know who you are. Listen, we are out of time and I hate to go, but make sure you catch us in a couple of weeks, because we'll be right back with another guest. Peace, love, and happiness. And we out.